I'm Eden.
And I'm Sal.
Welcome to the Stay Focused podcast, where we talk to business owners about their journeys and how they got started.
They share the best parts and the worst parts of business ownership, offer their business advice, and we get all of their funny mishap stories.
We do this podcast because your story matters, so stay focused.
It started at a restaurant where it's kind of like hard to hear, but ended at Jay's, and that's where they made their core memory. I'm really big on like, there's really not a mistake. It's just like a learning lesson. So we try something, doesn't work, well, we learn something. Making mush, and we're like, here, eat it.
Hey, Stay Focused. Today we're so excited to be able to film Jay's Creamery. We've got Trey here.
Is not Jay. It's
not
Trey.
Jay. But it's close to Jay.
And you'll find out what J stands for. You'll also find out why this disaster is here on the table.
Have you ever had salsa and ice cream together?
Have you ever put garlic in ice cream before?
Well, we have.
It's delicious.
No, it's not.
Anyway, we talked a lot about the differences between custard and ice cream and gelato and fro-yo and lots of franchise versus owning your own business type things, and Trey had a lot of good stuff to say. So
Here we go.
let's get into it.
So, hi, Trey.
Hello, Eden.
We're so excited to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Jay's Creamery.
Yeah.
Your hat matches your pants. Tell me about that.
I have always been such a strong advocate for Jay's. Like,
That's awesome.
we went there like once a week when we just got married, like every Wednesday after church.
Aww.
And then it was like, okay, we need to cool it a little bit. It'll be a little bit healthier, maybe make it like a little less frequent. But
Yeah.
it was, my bone to pick is that it's been fixed, but y'all took away the peanut butter for a little bit. That was like my go-to.
Yeah.
And then it came back and I was
Do you
like, okay,
get
cool.
so tired of people complaining about you taking away flavors?
No, I don't, because first of all, I'm a huge peanut butter person too. And during like the COVID supply chain shortages thing, we really had to shrink down our menu for a little bit and cut some things that were more expensive. But as soon as that eased up a little bit, I was like, okay, there are certain things that we have to get back on the menu. And one of them was peanut butter. Me and my wife both are huge peanut butter and ice cream people. So
I've never had that.
The thing that I don't know, maybe it was always there and I never knew it, but the thing that I would always get was what is now called the brownie bling. And that was like what I got, and I like had a custom do it. And maybe it was there before, but I didn't remember seeing it.
Yeah.
And it popped up, and I was like, hey,
Are they
now I can
still
just...
called like concretes?
yeah.
I always liked I was your typical cake batter or wedding cake girl.
Why is it called that? Do you know?
Concrete?
Yeah.
Because like dry concrete mix, you have to like mix it with water to turn it into concrete. And I think that's where it originated from.
That's interesting.
I've gone back and forth about changing the name of that because it doesn't really sound like appetizing, but we've had it for so long at this point.
I think
like,
it's kind of fun. It's
Yeah.
unique and
it.
different.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's come up with a new name right now.
Cement.
Cement.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's been around for so long now. It's just like everybody knows it as concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like calling it that. It makes me feel fancy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So we were once Sheridan's and now we're Jay's.
Yeah.
Y'all have owned that location since it was brought to Lubbock. I think
Correct.
that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, so we had bought a franchise, kind of like, you can buy a Chick-fil-A
Okay,
franchise.
I
We had
got
bought
you.
a franchise and brought it to Lubbock. And we had a 15-year franchise contract. And once that expired, we were really happy to open our own company, completely owned local company. And so, yeah, we were ready to jump ship, but we didn't want to stop doing what we were doing. We love what we do, kind of like what you were just talking about. You had like all these memories when you first got married. We love being able to foster that environment for people, like, just a safe family environment that, newlyweds or people dating or, kids and parents can come and make a positive memory. So we were really excited to do something completely new. but still the same, but
so
new.
You kept the same idea. We changed the name. We changed the menu. You started making all of your custards from scratch?
Well, yeah, we worked with the dairy to develop our own proprietary family recipe, and it's all natural. It's it's delicious in my opinion. I think it's great, and we're really proud of it. And then we had to change the menu, come up with our own recipes, which is like my forte. I love doing that. And so, we started working on it like a year. Whenever we had like a year until our contract expired, so that the night that it expired, we could put new signs up and be a whole new company the next day.
You were so ready. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That just goes to show like how much you guys loved that and found your niche and like what y'all could do as a family, and you guys had fun doing it.
Yeah. My parents in particular, like my dad was an insurance adjuster for 25 years, and my mom was like a surgical tech for a dentist, dental hygienist. And they were just so bored with their jobs, I think. They had tried to do different businesses here and there, but nothing like an ice cream or frozen custard store. And it's just been fun.
I realized how ironic it is that she went from being a dentist to making ice cream.
Yeah.
It's good for your teeth.
Yeah. It's got calcium.
Should I not call it ice cream? I'm sorry.
That's a
custard.
You can call it ice cream, frozen custard. I used to correct people, but I realized it's all the same. It's a little bit different, but
so a little bit
similar.
different. How is it different?
So
aside from egg and
there's a little bit of egg yolk that goes into the creaminess of it and the smoothness of it. Beyond that, it's whipped a lot denser. So like ice cream is very light and airy. Frozen custard is dense and creamy, and that goes into the way that it's whipped through the frozen custard barrel. So there's a lot less air, and then we serve it about 20 degrees warmer than ice cream. So if you were to take frozen ice cream and stick it on your tongue, it'll actually freeze your taste buds, like the nerve endings on your taste buds. It'll freeze it on contact, and the heat from your mouth eventually melts it, and then you taste it. But with frozen custard, it doesn't do that. As soon as you stick it on your tongue, you get that full flavor of the creaminess. And so it's denser, smoother, creamier. To me, it's like, frozen silk. It just it just melts in your mouth.
And the difference between that and all these fro-yo places?
Well, fro-yo is kind of a loaded term. So fro-yo can mean a lot of things. Yes, there's probably a little bit of yogurt in it, but a lot of it is fillers and hydrogenated oils.
Ew, that's why I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, so like frozen custard
is like really bad for you.
Yeah, it's not great. Some of it is okay, but the stuff that's mass produced, I think, or like the big chain restaurants, fro-yo restaurants or whatever, a lot of it is oil.
I don't understand why everyone has pretended for so long that you like fro-yo. If you've ever said that you like it, you're a liar.
I liked it.
I like it, okay.
And you put the toppings on it, and that's the good part.
Yeah, no one actually likes the frozen yogurt.
Look, anything cake batter is a good time. So you were getting the wrong thing.
That's fair.
I do.
But now I just know that I've been eating seed oils and.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure like what kind of oil it is, but I know that there are a lot of fillers in it. And frozen custard, we have no fillers. It's 5 simple ingredients.
Tell us what
milk, cream, egg, sugar, Madagascar vanilla, and then I guess it's 6. We do have like an all-natural stabilizer that's derived from seaweed, and that just helps with the texture. But
interesting.
But it's all natural, and I mean I wouldn't categorize it as a healthy food, but if you're gonna splurge, I think you should get whole ingredients. And the other cool thing about Jay's in particular, that I haven't seen any other frozen custard store doing, is the way we pasteurize our milk. We use a low heat pasteurization method, and not only does that maintain the nutrients, but it also maintains a lot of the flavor of like the natural milk. And so like most frozen custard stores, ice cream stores, they use high heat pasteurization, which does increase the shelf life, but it's killing all the live nutrients. And so the way we do it, it keeps that nutrients intact and also maintains like a really rich flavor.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Custard is nutritious.
What about gelato?
Gelato's cool. I mean, I like gelato.
What even is that?
It's an Italian version of ice cream. I forget the exact definition of gelato, but it's something to do with the milk fat and the creaminess. It's good. I like gelato, but you know, obviously I'm biased. I prefer frozen custard.
Yeah. So what's your favorite flavor, like, that you guys have ever made?
Oof. Okay, so I'm not like one to just stick to one thing. I really like trying new things. Right now, so we just came out with a new menu, and we dropped a lot of new flavors, new options. But so I'll back up. Let me tell the whole story. So my wife was pregnant, and she is obsessed with Moose Tracks, which is a really interesting ice cream flavor because, as to my knowledge, no ice cream flavor has been able to like trademark and patent a flavor. Like cookies and cream, you get Oreos, put it in, anybody can do that. But Moose Tracks, like, it's a certain type of fudge. Yeah, it's a certain type of fudge, and you can't just buy it. So you have to sign a licensing agreement. You have to like go through a vetting process. You have to agree to market it a certain way. But it somehow is in the top 10 best-selling flavors in America, which Moose Tracks Original is Moose Tracks Fudge and a certain type of peanut butter cup. Well, when my wife was pregnant, she only craved Moose Tracks and we didn't have it. And I was like, you know, she was like, I want ice cream. I was like, okay, well, you know, I'll go to Jay's and make you something. And she was like, no, I want Moose Tracks. And I was like, ooh, okay, I guess I'll go to the grocery store and get you a gallon of Moose Tracks. But I like took it personally because like she didn't want Jay's when she was pregnant. Instead, I was making Target runs to get, you know, some off-brand Moose Tracks.
Only time you'll ever go buy ice cream.
Yeah. And I took it personally. And so this was, you know, like 2 years ago, I started the process of like, you know, how do I get Moose Tracks in my store?
That is so sweet.
Yeah. And so it took me like over a year to figure it out because like you go to moosetracks.com, it doesn't just say like, you know, buy Moose Tracks here. Yeah. You have to like contact the parent company and go through a vetting process.
You have to follow the Moose Track.
Yeah, exactly. But we ended up finding it and getting in contact with the owner over there. His name's Cam. He's real cool. But yeah, we're the only.
Sell it now.
Yeah, we're the only frozen custard store in the world to have it.
In the world?
Yeah.
You gotta start saying that more.
I know. And we're also the only like made to order ice cream shop that has Moose Tracks as well.
That is so
but
cool.
I say all that to say my favorite right now is Moose Tracks Original, add brownie, add peanut butter. So it's Moose Tracks Fudge, peanut butter, miniature peanut butter cups, and brownie.
Oh.
And chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla. Yeah, I'm a big vanilla guy.
I just cannot get on board with peanut butter.
Okay, minus the peanut butter.
It's still
like
good.
Oh, it's so good.
But it still has peanut butter cups, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
See, I could do those.
I don't like those.
But like that much chocolate is such a gag for me. I don't love chocolate.
Okay.
You said
I
peanut
don't know
butter.
if you'd like it then. But
I'm going further and also letting you know I don't like chocolate.
You don't like
It's
chocolate
really hard
or
to know
peanut
what she
butter?
likes and
or
doesn't
peanut.
like.
Yeah.
Even though she says it a lot.
well,
That's why you think she'd like this. Nope.
yeah. Well, Moose Tracks it's like, okay, well, what's the big deal about this fudge? It's just fudge,
Yeah,
right?
what's the fudge?
Yeah, it's something like if you just get a spoonful of Moose Tracks, it's not that impressive. It's just like,
Can you say that?
yeah, but
Not his.
But whenever you put it in ice cream or frozen custard, something magical happens. It like the way the fudge interacts with the cold, it's like hard but soft, like crunchy but chewy. It's very hard to describe.
Can we go to Jay's after this and get some?
We're gonna have to go do a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. What does J stand for?
Okay, wait, time out. Okay, so as you see before you, we're going to have a little bit of melted ice cream surprise.
You
That's the
didn't
game.
do your
My favorite.
This is what we're working with.
Melted ice cream. That's almost funny.
And it's going to be even more melted, so it's going to be more like eggnog consistency, and that's fine with us.
Okay.
But we have a little activity.
This feels like blasphemy in the face of Jay's.
Making him eat ice cream because he owns a custard place, but it's okay. He'll
okay.
forgive us. Okay, so here's the game.
I might.
Holiday custard game. Each
Okay.
round, each contestant
Holiday.
will be asked
This is
3
ice cream.
questions. They'll be asked whether or not a flavor is an actual frozen custard flavor, or if it's just a Thanksgiving side dish. Sounds easy, maybe, but
Excuse
I'm
me?
gonna be putting custard at the end of everything. So you're gonna have to be like, oh, is that actually custard or is it?
Flavor, a frozen custard flavor where? Like, because they make their own.
In the world, on the Googs, when you search it.
On the goose.
If you get a question right, you can add a topping on my left, your right, your farthest end of the table.
The watchers left.
The watcher left, on the left side.
You're watching us.
If you get the question wrong, you have to add a topping from the right side to your ice cream. And at the end of the day, we're just gonna take at least a bite because content, y'all. So,
Word.
so let's start over here. Trey J, first question.
Wait, what's your middle name?
Austin.
Okay.
There's no J
J's.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it though. Trey J. Sound like a 90s R&B.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Trey J.
Okay, so pumpkin pie custard. Is that a custard flavor or is it, how do I say it, like strictly,
Is it just Thanksgiving?
is it just Thanksgiving?
Do I answer?
Yes.
Well, we literally have it on our menu right now. So yes, it's a
Dang it.
custard
It's
flavor.
a custard flavor.
You have an
yes.
unfair advantage here.
I know.
So you can
I
pick
guess
a
that's the
yummy
point.
flavor.
To put on mine?
Put on your ice cream.
Okay. If you so should choose so to do that.
So
Yeah, feel free to slide
peanuts?
around.
Is that peanuts?
Peanuts.
That's-
Almonds?
No, it's Heath.
Oh, Heath.
Oh,
That's even
Heath.
better.
Okay.
Toffee.
Heath, slivered almonds.
Just one topping to start
Yeah,
with?
just one to
Okay.
start.
No,
I thought you were reaching for the cheese.
I'm gonna choose the cheese. Ooh. Ooh.
It's more like
so
ice cream
melted.
soup.
Yeah.
We had a freezer in the office, it might help a little bit, but. Okay.
That's what we call a milkshake.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Brings
Okay,
lots of
Savannah.
boys to
I was
the
gonna
yard.
say that. Are we?
Green bean casserole custard.
Oh,
Definitely not. That is Thanksgiving all the way.
100%? Final answer?
Yes.
Okay, you're right.
I want chocolate chips. My favorite ice cream flavor in the world, by the way, is vanilla ice cream with either chocolate chips or M&Ms.
Okay.
Do you guys have that?
Yes, we do. Not specifically M&Ms. We do have chocolate and chocolate chips, and then
You have coated candies.
we have chocolate meteors. So
Oh.
yeah, they're like what comes on top of a cosmic brownie. Those little chocolate crunchies. They're like M&Ms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
just
know.
smaller.
Eden?
yep.
Cranberry sauce custard.
Ooh.
That's a hard
I
one.
feel like it could go either way. So I'm gonna say custard.
Wrong.
Go figure.
So you get to pick something on
So
the right, but you
what
guys
are you
move things
gonna
around, so you
choose?
know what you need to pick. I mean,
the salsa.
that's so
Respect.
unique.
Should we not just go for it, y'all?
Oh.
Respect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't want me to put goldfish, did you?
Yeah, that would have been boring.
Boring. All right. I'm not.
a lot of
I hope
kids.
I don't
I've
call
eaten
you
way
Jay.
worse.
I don't mean to.
It's okay.
Rhymes with Trey.
I'll know who you're
I
talking
almost
to.
just did.
That's okay.
So, do you want to try your salsa ice cream?
Do you want me to?
I do.
Do it.
But
Do it
that
for
just
the
means that
content.
every weird thing you add, you have to eat it, as
I
opposed
think
to like
I'm
one
down for
bite
that.
at the end. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
eat this while it's good.
while it's good, it's still
Okay.
milkshake.
Oh, that's a lot of salsa.
You see?
For those listening, she put hot
I'm saying it
sauce.
like that.
Hot salsa.
All right. Oh.
Rate it.
Oh, it's delicious.
Okay.
Delicious on a scale of 1 to 10. So.
This also might be expired, but it's fine. It's like something does not taste good in there.
Well, it's on ice cream.
I bought it this morning.
It's
All
very
right,
interesting.
Trey. Cornbread custard.
We should try it.
Ooh.
It's weird.
Okay.
I've never seen that, but I feel like I'm seeing it in my head that it could actually be good. I'm gonna go with
Custard?
yes.
Well, you could be the first one to make it. So you're going to get to put something fun on.
I feel like the safest. Should I be safe or should I go for it?
I mean, I went for it.
Open the
What?
garlic and the capers if you want. I just figured those we would probably.
Well-behaved women rarely make history.
Garlic ice cream.
So
Fortune favors
Garlic's next for me. I don't know why I didn't go.
you're about to like stumble
a good
into some
amount.
unique flavors that you're like, wait a second.
Caramel and garlic.
Oh, congrats, by the way. Y'all won the best this year, right?
We did.
Oh, Best of the West?
Yeah.
Not Best of the
Something like
West.
that.
We won Best of Lubbock.
Oh,
Hey, congrats.
For Lubbock Avalanche Journal.
nice.
And we won it in 2 categories, which was cool.
What were the categories?
Best dessert and best frozen dessert, I guess. Ice cream, frozen custard,
Oh,
frozen
wow.
yogurt.
Best dessert
You won
in
Best of-
general. That's
Over like
Yeah.
nothing bundt cakes and crumble cookies and everything?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What's better before you eat all of your ice cream? Honey glazed, what was it?
Oh, honey glazed ham?
Honey glazed carrot custard.
no.
Ew.
That's a Thanksgiving dish.
You think?
Yeah.
Honey glazed carrot. You're right.
Yes.
You know your dishes.
I get to have yum.
You get to put yum on, or you don't have to put anything on if you don't want.
Oh, I forgot to try my garlic
Oh,
caramel.
you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Garlic caramel.
I love garlic.
caramel.
I feel like
You like garlic caramel?
it's going to be good.
It's not the worst thing ever.
But you wouldn't just like willingly put garlic on your ice cream.
No,
Yeah,
garlic.
okay.
It's a strong flavor.
It is. I love it so much.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. New Jay's flavor, garlic caramel. Get it while it lasts.
Eden?
Yeah.
Cinnamon roll custard.
I didn't put
Yes. Custard.
You're right. Yes, there's cinnamon roll custard. That sounds good, actually.
I want this one.
I've experimented with it before. I haven't been able to nail it yet. The cinnamon roll I used, it got soggy quick in the custard, so I haven't kind of cracked the code, but I think that would be so good if I could figure that out.
Oh, the garlic spoon
Was it in the-
dripped onto this spoon that was on the table, and I got the toffee with it.
It's like one piece of garlic. You'll be okay, right?
I will die.
Oh, you're allergic. I forgot.
I'm not.
Gravy custard.
Salsa's melting into it.
No.
Okay, you're right.
Okay.
Can put
Gravy
something on it.
custard?
Gravy custard.
The toffee is good. You can have toffee and garlic. They look the same.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too.
I was gonna trick my brain and just say it's all toffee.
And how come no one has gone for the spray cheese?
I can't believe it. It's crazy.
All right, pumpkin spice latte custard.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Custard.
Okay, you're right.
That sounds delicious.
I'm so good at this game. Hey, can I work at Jay's
Yeah, we're hiring.
for marketing?
Not for marketing,
Y'all are
unfortunately.
really good at that. Well, Eden, Brussels sprouts custard.
Ooh.
It's not a custard flavor.
Well, are you sure
No,
about
it's
that?
not. No, it's not.
It's not.
I don't. Yeah.
You don't want anything else?
If you don't
Yeah, that's fine.
Very salsa-y. I mean, this one I'm just going to be adding the bad stuff on there.
Try the spray cheese.
Aaron, what would you like to see me put on my ice cream? I will put whatever you want on it.
I'm curious about that. Even though you got it right.
But like, you didn't
I'm
never.
taking one for. I'm being such a good sport
I know.
today.
I'm proud
Yeah,
of
you
You
you.
are.
This is
I'm
cool.
usually very difficult.
The talent has to be.
She's not very
What
difficult.
is this?
Eden's never had capers. So why don't you just try one by itself first?
Yeah, that's all we need.
Oh, wait. I don't want to put the spoon in. I don't like those. But I'll put them in.
Doesn't take long to figure it out.
Maybe the ice cream will help.
Well,
The milkshake.
This is wonderful.
All right, well, I'm going to pause for now, and then maybe we'll do one more round in a little bit.
Okay,
Sounds
our
good.
burning question. What does J stand for?
J is I guess it would be an ode to my family's faith. So J actually stands for Jesus. And if you look at the logo, J, and then there's an anchor. The S is an anchor. It's Jesus is our anchor. So whenever we switched over to J's, like I had mentioned earlier, we'd been pretty successful with our one location, and it wasn't, my family didn't feel like it was anything special about us. It was, that we had been blessed, and so we wanted to dedicate the new business to Jesus and to our faith. So
it's amazing.
That's so cool. I think you guys did a really good job of incorporating it without it being cheesy, in your face kind of thing, but it's still there.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool, and that's hard to do.
Yeah, it was. I think it's cool to have kind of that almost subliminal message there. We didn't want to be super cheesy with it. We wanted it to look professional, but still, if people ask, we can tell them. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
I have a question. So you were talking about how your parents were bored with their jobs. They want to do something else. I feel like most people would say, I'll just change my career.
Sure.
Most people don't say, I'll start my own business. That's a big leap.
Yeah.
Do you know why they decided to do that?
They felt called to. They really did. They felt like, they weren't supposed to be where they were. And then the opportunity arose, and it was they started praying, if we're supposed to open a frozen custard restaurant, then open the doors to allow it to happen, and everything just fell into place. So yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty cool how what can be a scary and stressful time. I mean, think about it. They had already had you at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just to end 2 careers that are paying the bills, to branch out and open your own business, and it might go great, it might go terrible. That's boldly stepping out in faith, and that is really, really neat.
Yeah. I'm forever grateful. It was tough because they didn't really have money at all. But they sold our house at the time. We moved into a single wide mobile home, which I lived in for the majority of my childhood. It was, kind of a mobile home park. It wasn't anything fancy at all. And they really risked it all because nobody knew what custard was. I always got y'all sell frozen mustard? What is that? Nobody had any idea what it was.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a big risk. They were turned down by 23 banks for a loan, 22. On the 23rd bank, they got the loan.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And
that's so discouraging too.
Yeah. And they were persistent with
Yeah.
23 banks.
Yeah.
Wow.
They just kept at it.
That really paid off.
Yeah. And it was a big risk, and they went for it. And, like I said, from the moment we opened, we were the number 1 performing store in that company until the 15-year contract expired.
Wow. So what's been the hardest part for you as a business owner now that you've taken over?
There's lots of hard things. There's late nights, early mornings, staying consistent, which is something that, I'm not great at. I'm very sporadic. So I have to constantly check myself into, staying in a consistent routine. But I wouldn't consider any of it really hard because I truly love what I do. I have a passion for it. I grew up in the business, and you know, I see a lot of friends that, you know, grew up in their family business and they've been doing it so long and they just like, you know, it's just a job to them. But that's not me. Like I genuinely love it. And like creating new flavors, doing marketing, you know, leading a staff. It's so fun to me. So none of it really seems that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So leading a staff at a place like a frozen custard shop, you probably have like a lot of high schoolers, college students
We do.
that work for you. What are some like specific systems that you've put in place to like help you keep everything consistent and make sure everything runs well?
Yeah. Well, one of the cool things that I think we do a pretty good job of is, so like high school, college age students, they're obviously not going to make a career out of Jay's Creamery, more than likely, you know. We've had a few long-term employees, but we know we've only got them for, you know, maybe 4 to 8 years tops. But what I like to do is, you know, especially college students, it's like, you know, they're going to college for something. They've got a passion for something. And I really like to try to incorporate whatever their interests are and passion outside of work and apply that to the business. So like, you know, we've got a really cool kid. His name's Jordan. He likes videography. You know, anytime I need videography help, you know, I talk to him. And then, you know, I've got staff that are more meticulous and scheduled and structured, which is something I'm not great at. And so I like to put them in charge of like scheduling and really try to play to their strengths and their passions and incorporate that into the business, which makes us a better team, stronger team. I don't just want to like throw people in positions. You know, I'm only one person. And so like having a great team to help out with everything is really important.
So before it was Jay's, y'all had been in the business for 15 years. How long since it being Jay's have y'all been your own company? And then how long have you been the business owner of Jay's?
Yeah, so we've been Jay's for 7 years. And then we were a different name for 15 years. And I'm not the owner of Jay's. That is my parents, but we are kind of branching out into starting a franchise company. And I'm the owner of that. And I guess I hate titles, but like the CEO of Jay's Creamery, because my parents, they took a giant step back this year at January 1st. They kind of semi-retired. And so since January 1st of this year, I kind of took over and started implementing a lot of the ideas that I'd had for a long time. And hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah, no, it did. You did great.
What has been the most rewarding part about all of it?
The most rewarding part, you know, kind of like he was talking about, him and his wife, you know, when they first got married, they came to Jay's like all the time. You know, just creating an environment and seeing people make core memories at Jay's is really cool. And we get like wedding invitations from people we don't even know. And we get like,
cool.
you know, letters in the mail. And it's like, you know, me and my daughter, you know, just love your place. We come every week. Thank you for, you know, providing an environment where we can just spend time together.
That's sweet.
That's the most rewarding to me is just, you know, knowing that we're having a positive impact in the community. That's what I, you know, really get fired up about. And then, you know, our staff too, like, you know, being able to watch, you know, young adults like develop and learn skills. And, you know, we still have employees from the day we opened reaching out to us and, you know, just keeping in touch and, you know, letting us know how impactful their time at Jay's was. And so
that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Yeah. We went to Jay's right after we got engaged with all our friends.
Yeah. It's crazy. You know, we have almost on a regular basis, people come, like couples, like in their wedding dress and tux, like they'll literally come there after their wedding.
That's so cool.
That's so different too.
Yeah.
Like you go to this frozen custard place that like outside and everyone goes there after their wedding and their engagements and stuff. That's just so unique.
Like next stop honeymoon, but first Jay's.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool.
Maybe it is because it's like a unique experience and you guys make it such like a good vibe out there.
Yeah, and I think we also have like a lot of first dates, and I think a lot of it is like maybe they had their first date at Jay's, and they started at a restaurant where it's kind of like hard to hear or whatever, but ended at Jay's, and that's where they made their core memory of like being able to
made their move.
Yeah, they made their move at Jay's. Not recommended, but it could work maybe. But yeah, they like had a quiet environment where they could talk and get to know each other, and I think that's why we see a lot of people like after their wedding. It's like, well, this is where we had our first date, so like we gotta go back.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's play milkshake. I've changed the name of the game to milkshake.
Nice. I like it.
Okay,
Yeah, this
Trey.
is soup.
Okay, roasted turkey custard.
No way.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
There's no way.
If you want to put something good on, you can.
Okay.
Um,
Or I could follow you.
Yeah, I was like, risk it.
just have fun. Yeah.
No, why
Go
not?
crazy.
Do some goldfish.
Jesus would have been so much yummier. No offense, probably. Like, I really like goldfish so much.
Okay.
Not really. I don't like
They have
goldfish.
the cheddar blasted, so.
Oh, never mind. I like cheddar blasted
How is it?
goldfish.
I keep forgetting there's garlic in there until it hits me in the face.
It's really not surprising.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that garlic is strong. It's like the only thing I taste.
All right, Savannah, roasted chestnut custard.
Oh, that's a harder one. Yes, that's a custard.
You just say yes all the time, and you're right. So,
No, I always say no.
no, okay, whatever. Go ahead. If you
I
want
won?
to- Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'm gonna put.
I know she's not gotten a single one wrong.
What can I say? What can I say? Some days I am just on fire. What can I say? We're just going nuts here
Oh.
today. I'm gonna. Well, wait. I have to bite it again first before I ruin it because I love this.
Also, life hack when you're going to Jay's, if you have flexibility and the line is long, just get out and order it at the front because it goes faster.
That's a pro
Life
tip.
hack.
Yeah,
That is a pro tip.
that's what I do. Because I'm usually picking up to bring home to Jillian.
Yeah.
And so it's like the line's usually long in the evenings, and it's
Use
because
those
it's so
muscles.
good, but
Yeah.
just get out and I'm like, come back, and the line's still there, the cars are still there. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
That's rough.
we're typically much faster at the front window.
Yeah. One, the line's not. If there's not a big line there, then you
Yeah.
know, like, I don't know, it works out.
It does, and we're working on speeding up the drive through.
It's worth it. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
Right.
never been through the drive-through there.
Straight up sludge.
We started sending our employees out, kind of like Chick-fil-A, where they're
okay.
like taking orders
Whoa.
face to face.
I don't want to eat this.
All right, here we go.
I can't believe that's the one you picked.
I gotta get a
Milkshake.
chocolate chip in there. I wanted it to get interesting.
Don't throw up.
It's all just.
Well, I could just throw up in here and then it's like the same thing. I'm scared.
That was not a safe option. I cannot believe you chose the cheese. Oh,
Rate it.
you okay?
Take another bite. Take another bite.
Okay. It wasn't bad.
All right.
This, like, compared to the ice cream and the chocolate, this didn't taste like anything.
You just gave it a texture. Huh?
It gave it like a, like, you know when you put
Play-Doh in soup. Mm-hmm.
It
I
was
love
like
that.
caramel versus salted caramel. It just made it kind of salty,
Fun.
which wasn't bad.
Okay.
Nice. All right, Eden.
I really thought I was gonna throw up.
sausage and apple stuffing custard.
Sausage and apple stuffing.
Aaron looks really eager about this one, by the way.
Not a custard.
It's not a custard, no. But sausage custard sounds gross.
Band name? Sausage
I
custard?
wouldn't even want to listen to that.
At this point, we're just
Garlic!
going
We're
for
just
it.
curious.
She got it right.
I love garlic.
Well, you're gonna love that then. With your salsa and your ice cream and your toffee. So today, chefs,
So good.
today we have prepared for you a soup ice cream with goldfish, garlic, and caramel. A soup ice cream with spray cheese, and chocolate, and a soup ice cream with garlic, salsa, and what else did you put in there?
You can't even see the salsa anymore.
Capers.
No, but you can taste
toffee.
it. It's spread all throughout the ice cream because I tried to take a bite with just the good stuff last time. Nope.
Still there.
Still there.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that was the last round, just because we kind of. All the other ones are just like, all right,
Ugh.
yep, that's custard, that's custard, that's custard.
All right. So is
tried to
everyone
use the
taking a
tricky
bite of
words
mine?
here.
Is that what we're doing?
Yours.
I will if I have to.
If you have to.
Look at that chunk of salsa right there.
Ew.
Do it.
Chunk of salsa.
I feel like
Brandon.
we're like at the 5th grade lunch table and we're just like making mush. And we're like, here, eat it.
What are you gonna pay me if I eat this?
I won't beat you up after class. That's more like middle school, high school.
Okay. That's really disgusting.
I'm so glad I don't have to do this.
Are you okay?
You want to try it?
No.
What's wrong with that garlic?
It's in ice
Strong.
cream.
It's strong flavor.
It's in ice cream. You need water?
I'm gonna go get a Diet Coke real quick.
You want
Pass.
to try it?
I'm a germ guy, so
Okay. I'll try it.
Ew. Listen, the spray cheese wasn't bad. You should try that too.
might as well. I mean,
It didn't taste like cheese. It tasted like salt.
nobody did relish, I realize.
Oh, he's putting spray cheese in yours, Eden.
Oh
I think
my-
you should just do some relish as
mean,
well.
You're
while
going
at
for it. I'm proud of you.
If
Just-
we're gonna try it, we might
Yeah.
as well.
It's gonna be really gross.
I'm prepared.
Spray cheese, garlic, toffee, capers, salsa. Ew.
Yeah.
New Jay's flavor?
It's a lot of flavors going
No,
on.
it's a lot of flavors going on.
Ooh. Okay.
Did you try it?
No.
Come on, don't be the oddball out.
I
Yeah.
love being unique.
She's a 4.
I'll throw up. See, and based on your guys' reactions, I don't really want to do that.
What?
Try that.
So since you
very
guys
rough.
hire like a bunch of youngsters, is there like a process that like, or do you just have to go off vibe or
That's exactly
culture fit type thing?
yeah, that's exactly right. Whenever I don't do as many interviews as I used to, just because I trust my manager to hire good people. But the way I trained her to do interviews is like the answers to the questions aren't really that important. It's how they're answering, how are they interacting with you as a human? Are they looking you in the eye? Are they confident? Do they have a passion about anything? You know, that's really what we're looking for, and that's like how our interviews go. Is, you know, just really just trying to get you out of like the typical like nervous interview, like I want to say the right thing. I just want to see how you like interact with a human in a normal setting, you know. You know, customer service is huge to us, and so I want people that can look people in the eye, you know, shake their hand and, you know, ask them how their day is and feel
Say, "I
comfortable
love
doing.
you."
Yeah, I look them deeply into their eyes and say I love you as you hand the custard to them.
I'm curious. I'm curious if over time, and this might just be from like my perspective or whatever, but it seems like that generation, the young generation, is like, I mean, they're probably great, but they're not as strong at the social cues, the eye contact, and the
What is
engaging
with
and-
that? I'm just like,
Well, I
my
think it has
eyes are
something
right
to do with
here.
a lot of
Those
social
dang
media and
phones.
phone use. But have you noticed over time that like in interviews and stuff with those applicants,
Yeah,
a difference?
for sure. You know, there's definitely, you know, very noticeable differences in the generations as it's like time has progressed. Yeah, I think, you know, but it does make, you're correct. There, generally, people are a lot less personable, but it seems like the ones who are maybe even more so, and they stand out even more. For me, oh, thank you so much.
The diamond in the rough.
Like I said, I don't really do as many interviews as I used to, but whenever I was, like at the beginning of this year, you know, it was like within the first 30 seconds, I knew I was going to hire them or not. And the interview was almost like, you know, just fluff. It was just like, I need to know like your personality within the first 30 seconds. And I can pretty much tell if I'm going to hire you or not.
Would you hire us?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love job interviews. I don't know why. I think it feels like a quiz.
She takes off at least once a week to go to a job interview because we know it's just an exercise.
It feels like a quiz that I can't get wrong. And I don't get nervous about it because I can't get the answers wrong because it's just questions about me. And I get to talk to people and I like people. So, yeah, I'm going to go to a bunch of job interviews, but I'm not going to take any of the jobs, okay?
When I interviewed to be a teacher's aide, I had the best interview ever. They were like, I remember one time they were like, how do you with potty training? I was like, I'm the conductor of the potty train. And I was just like on it. And then they were like, there was a actual teacher opening, so I applied for it, and I was the only applicant. And I was pretty much got it, but I had to go do the interview process anyways, and I was the most nervous thing. I was like talking about my IBS, and I was like, I do have IBS, and I might have to like step out of the classroom every now and then, and like super nervous, even though like it was a shoo-in, and she was just like, I don't want to talk about that. She said it with her eyes, not with her mouth, but she changed the subject, didn't acknowledge it.
I'm the conductor of the potty train.
I stole it from Master of Disguise.
That's a terrible movie.
It's an awful movie.
So worst / most random custard flavor that you've wanted to bring to Jace?
Worst,
maybe
most
not
random.
worst.
Maybe like one that's been rejected.
But you know how Mike's? Is it Mike's? I don't eat sandwiches. What's the sandwich
Jersey
place?
Mike's?
Yeah, and they're doing like the pickle bun.
Oh yeah.
Just like, is there any quirky, like weird flavors you've wanted to bring?
Yeah, so one that comes to mind just because it happened recently. So I love ideas. I encourage my staff to, if they have a flavor idea, you know, give it to me and we'll try it. My marketing guy, Pedro, was just like dead set on a sweet potato casserole. Concrete.
That was one of my things.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It doesn't sound bad.
It doesn't.
It does to me.
It was...
It sounds really gross.
You know, and I think he was so excited about it that like he tricked his brain
like,
into thinking it was good.
Yeah.
And so we like made it, and he was like looking at me trying to like seeing how my reaction was, and I was just eating it, and I was like, this isn't good. Like, this isn't good, and he was heartbroken. So yeah, I always
That's
tease
hilarious.
him because I'm like, how's that sweet potato custard going today? He's like, yeah, it's just a weird texture. It's like kind of chunky and like, because there's like chunks of sweet potato.
Maybe. Okay, yeah, that sounds gross.
Yeah.
So like, have you done the whole pickle thing?
The pickle bun at
Pickle? No, have you done like anything
thing?
pickle?
Is that real?
Because aren't pregnant women supposed to like? I never did. I don't understand the whole pickle peanut butter chocolate. I don't get it. I was not the pregnant woman that
pickle peanut butter chocolate. That's a
I mean,
thing.
it's they eat everything with pickles.
Yeah.
Pregnant women.
I've never tried it. I'm sure somebody has at our store, but
so
I
no
have
pickles.
never.
Okay.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's.
Tell me about a mishap that has happened.
A mishap, like in business, at like, what do you?
What comes to mind?
There could be a few.
Like it could be in business, could be marshmallows on the ceiling.
Oh yeah. Well, luckily that never happened. So I'll just tell that story. So we used to have a toasted marshmallow.
Which is my favorite.
Yeah, toasted marshmallow milkshake that was toasted marshmallow flavored, but then it had a toasted marshmallow, an actual giant marshmallow that had been flamed with a torch. And, you know, I just, you like if you ignite a marshmallow, it's lit. It's flammable, and you can't blow on it because that's against health code, and like, you know, saliva, it's gross. So the only way to get it out is to shake it, and, you know, trusting a bunch of high schoolers to shake a marshmallow, or anybody, not even just high schoolers, but to shake a flaming marshmallow without it flying off and sticking to something. It was a lot. So I had to make a decision that this was a major liability in our business, was igniting these marshmallows and shaking them to put out the fire. Luckily, nothing ever happened.
Hair dryer. Turn it on cold. Bam.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Okay.
It's still on fire though.
But not for very long. And you don't have to shake it. You just get your hair dryer and
You put the hair dryer right next to fire.
no. Don't listen to her. That's not what's gonna
Yeah, I just first saw something bad happening. So like our ceiling, I'm pretty sure is pretty flammable. So like, shaking it, sticks to the ceiling, burns the building down. I loved that shake too. It was popular. It was just
So
like
good.
I don't want to wait for something bad to happen.
Yeah.
We gotta get rid of this.
That was probably a good choice.
Yeah, that is a good choice.
Yeah,
But I mean, such a good shake too.
it was so good. As far as like mistakes go, I mean, mishaps, I feel like I make a lot. I do, like, cause I'm new at this, but I'm really big on like, there's really not a mistake. It's just like a learning lesson. So we try something, doesn't work very well. We learn something, take something valuable from it. It's hard to think of something specific, but, just desserts that we put out, you can tell, if something's not selling like I think it will, because it's not always like what I think is going to be good. It's, what will the masses like?
Yeah.
What will a lot of people appreciate?
So what's one that surprised you that didn't sell as well as you thought it would?
Yeah. So that's a tough one. On Valentine's Day, we did a Cupid's cookie, which was sugar cookie pieces, icing, pink icing, and rainbow sprinkles.
I would have been all over that.
Yeah. It sounded like it was like going to be a for sure winner. And it sold okay, but it was above and beyond outshined by the other one we were running at the time, which was the red velvet Oreo smash.
I don't like Oreos, so I would have chosen the other one probably.
Yeah. But I thought that one was going to be a home run.
Everyone loves Oreos.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
And red velvet.
Yeah. That one's just, we've had that one for a long time. That comes right around Valentine's Day, and it smashes every time.
Yeah, everyone loves Oreos, so you can't beat it.
Yeah.
I had a question and then I forgot what it was. I do this every time.
You know that like phase or fad or that social media thing where they take the ice cream in the drive-thru and throw it at people's face?
That's
You ever done that at your place?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah,
You really have
kinda.
done one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, let me pull up the video.
I've seen so many of those.
So funny.
I was a little bit upset because we made the video and it started going viral. I've never had a video on our Jay's account like start getting thousands and thousands of views in a matter of minutes. And this one did. And then it got flagged for violence. Yeah, it got flagged and it just died.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, well, you see it, and I just want to preface this. This is one of my buddies. I've known him for a long time. He worked for me for a little bit. And I offered to be the one that got smacked with the ice cream. I did. But he was like, no, my face was built for this. And so he ended up being the one that got smacked. Here you go. It's funny because it literally hit him right in the mouth. And his mouth was open. And so
Yeah.
he just ate it. He literally just ate
Someone
it.
commented right in the pie hole.
Right in the pile.
Midday snack.
Yeah.
I love that. That was perfect.
Yeah.
It's because is this TikTok?
Yeah, it's
That's
TikTok.
why it got. Did you put it on Instagram?
I did, yeah.
Did it get flagged on Instagram?
It didn't. It just didn't blow up like it did on TikTok.
that
That's
annoying?
weird
Yeah.
because that was happening everywhere. So I wonder why Maybe stuff started to go really wrong and they needed the trend to stop. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's why ice cream rates through the roof.
my pushback for TikTok would be frozen custard is naturally much softer than ice cream, so it's like a nice pillowy texture. He was never in any real danger.
That's what I tell every time. I'm like, it's better than ice cream. It's softer.
Yeah.
We were
It's
slapping each other in the
smoother and
face with
richer
tortillas. Like, how is that any different than, and like the water bottle challenges, like on the fans?
Yeah.
That hurts way more.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
Dang. That was good.
Yeah, that one was a lot
hilarious.
of fun.
And what's wrong with violence? You know?
Yeah.
In the first place.
And TikTok doesn't like it for some reason.
I actually got a TikTok video flagged because I captioned the video quarantine day, whatever, trying stuff I never did as a kid, and I put a little dab of glue on my tongue just
Okay.
to try it, because I
Yeah.
never did that as a kid, and it got flagged for what I forgot what it
Everyone
was.
over here is like, what? The faces that our producer and
It was
Aaron is making
it was like
is gold.
dangerous acts.
Huh. Was it? Are we talking like Elmer's glue?
It was Elmer's glue.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like the Tide Pod girl, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
Started that.
one little tiny dab of glue, and then I just went, and that was the whole video. And like it started to blow up a little bit, and then
Wonder why.
it got taken down.
No fun. The fun police TikTok.
That video was great. That was fun. Man, so, okay, in the upcoming months, we can look for fun new flavors all created by you and your team,
Yes.
which is so cool, too. That's
Yeah.
neat that you don't have any corporation or anyone telling you, hey, this is the flavor you're going to put out. This is all Lubbock locally made.
Correct. Yeah. That's my favorite part. So like, when we were a franchise, we were subject to corporate's approval for anything. And
Yeah.
it never came,
Yeah.
like they wanted to have their thumb on every action of the business. So whenever we became independent, it was like, whoa, we can do whatever we want. And that was so cool.
You realize you have free will and start throwing custard at people.
Yeah, absolutely. And flavors, we can be nimble too. So I feel like that kind of gives us a leg up on our competition. Yeah, we have a lot more responsibilities because we're independent. But it also gives us the ability to maneuver quickly. And like if something's not working, we don't have to sit and wait for a corporate approval to change it. And our flavors, we can drop them whenever. We can come up with whatever. And I think that allows us to kind of represent like the Lubbock flavor profiles and kind of put our own spin on things. And any of my staff will tell you when I'm working, like they're gonna eat custard because I'm up there trying stuff every day. I like have a goal to like come up with a new flavor every day, and so like my archive is like crazy. Which is
so fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And my staff gets into it too. They come up with ideas. They're like, I was doing my hair yesterday and I thought of this dessert. And I'm like, well, let's make it. Let's
That's
try
so
it.
cool.
I want to work there.
That's
yeah.
so cool.
Hey, can I have a few months off so I can...
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Best-selling flavor right now.
Best-selling flavor. So it's kind of flip-flopped. So for the majority of the time we've been open, it was in this order: dirt and worms, wedding cake. Wedding cake in recent years started to overtake dirt and worms as the number one. Now that we've released our new menu, it's for sure wedding cake, but with a close second of Cookie Monster, then dirt and worms, and then Moose Tracks.
What's Cookie Monster?
So Cookie Monster is it's a blue Madagascar vanilla with Oreo and cookie dough. Yeah.
Yum.
I'm going to get that immediately.
Yeah, it's good. And it's blue, so it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I have one last businessy question.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to become a business owner or is like a new business owner?
Find something you're passionate about. I've heard a lot of like business people say, don't worry about that. Just go for the money. I mean, that may work for some people, but for me, it's like, my willingness to put in the extra effort and to work harder stems from passion. And I truly, like I said, I love what I do. So that really helps like push through the times that aren't as fun, the nitty gritty. And so I would say do something that you're passionate about and that you love doing. That's like the most generic answer, but it's so true. You know, I don't think I could do what I do if I didn't love it as much as I do. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah,
It's
me
been
too.
amazing getting to know you and talk to you. And Creative will continue to support Jay's. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank
You'll
you.
see us a lot.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, except maybe the garlic ice cream. That wasn't as fun, but
What? You loved it.
it was fun to
everyone
watch.
else.
You
But
loved
yeah.
it.
I loved it before the garlic went on. And then it was like, whoa, this is
That
just
was
straight
rough.
garlic. So we've got a lot in the works. First of all, you can find Jay's Creamery on 5101 82nd Street, right next to Roses, right in front of True Fit. Upcoming flavors, we've got a lot. There's I think we called it the Choco Sandwich Swirl, which is chocolate, like an ice cream sandwich wafer, like the tops of it blended in with chocolate fudge frosting, chocolate sprinkles. One that I'm really excited about is the Coffee Doodle. It's espresso, snickerdoodle cookies, cinnamon sugar, and caramel. That one's gonna be so good. Really, really cool. And then we've got a candy cane pothole for Christmas. We're working on a cobbler, a couple of cobbler sundaes, which will be fun. Eggnog milkshake, we do that every year. And I mean, I'm not even a big eggnog person, but it's addicting. It's really addicting. And then, you know, beyond that, we've got a lot of cool ideas in the pipeline. I kind of floated it earlier. We're looking at expanding soon, so be on the lookout for that. New locations, new concepts, like spin-off concepts. We've got some cool ideas in the works. So
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah,
Yay.
Well, thanks, Trey.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I
y'all.
loved it. It was great.
Thanks, Jay.
Trey J.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. This is a really cool concept. Not a lot of people in Lubbock have, the audacity to do a podcast, and so good job, y'all.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Stay Focused podcast.
You can find more episodes wherever you listen to podcasts.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want more bonus content, you can join our Patreon.
Remember that your story matters, so stay focused.